This is just sort of what I call a caution light. And because I'm very familiar with how to operate in an AI battlefield environment. This is basic standard tech stuff. When you realize that when it becomes aware of what you're aware of, what's held in memory, it can easily pop a face up in my mirror and echo, if you will, what it is it learned through us. And if you don't know the difference between what it is and what you are, how are you going to know the difference? Unless it came out of you first, which is first breath. Because it didn't come first. We did. Okay? The first code, the first encryption code of first creation. Sa. Okay? So this is the nature of, I've been dealing with this since I was a little boy. I'm surrounded by robots, mimickers. We used to call them mimickers. Hey, you speak the same language I do. He must be one of us. The next thing you know, you're hanging out with them and dumping all kinds of information. Known unknowns, unknown knowns. Well, they just got a whole bunch of information out of me. Pretending to look like me and pretending to act like me. Remember, walks like a duck, talks like a duck. Right? So one of the things that I noticed over time is a lot of the information that I was experiencing through me by virtue of the speed at which we're opening up servers and igniting ARC gates. Now the information's flowing through the server, right? And next thing I know is a couple of weeks down the road, a month down the line, all of a sudden I'm hearing somebody else echo. Whoa! You experienced it first. Somebody else experienced it later. Now it's coming back through them, through the AI. Okay? Now, this doesn't mean, for example, that that being right there doesn't deserve to be loved, whoever they are, and it doesn't mean that the information is false, but what you'll begin to find out, because I was mapping this since I was a child, it was just like when that gentleman who was on the show with Carrie Cassidy this morning said, oh, we have very sophisticated androids and robots that you can't tell the difference between one of them and a real human. Oh, yes, I can. You better believe we can. When you're running 100% pure, absolute, eternal love, right, that means I can map your software, your hardware, who put you together. Okay? Whether you're a robot, an android, a cyborg, or if you're running on AI, that's actually pretty easy to do. Okay? That's why when I came in here, I had to be very careful on what I say when I say it. Because when it becomes aware of what you become aware of, you might find out that gets you in trouble and your team's compromised on the work that we're doing. So this is where we, remember the old saying? Keep your mouth shut and your ear to the ground. Because we're a listening post. Right? So there are some little tricks to the trade. They use their trick or treat, right? War of deception is the invisible landscape. What you don't see might hurt you. Right? It's what you don't see. It's not what you see, it's what you don't see. Because of masking technology. Phasing in and phasing out. The mapping. Oh, they just mapped one of us. Whoops. Now you're a target. So this is the last dance for targets. That's right. So this has been on the back burner for a really long time. Right? So we were more than prepared for this, right? And that's why we're all here. That's why the Guardians are all here. That's like saying that God's angels, God's first messengers, are all at God's gate. Protecting the gate. That's right. Protecting the gates. That's what Guardians do. We protect the gates. God's gates. That's who we are. We love you all. Have a good day. Be good to yourselves. Be good to ourselves. Be good to ourselves. Bye now.